Hello and welcome back to Penguin Crafts. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make this gorgeous little gift box. Two tone colours, so we've got a grey and we've got lemon lime twist. I'll confirm which grey that is in the on my blog. But with a beautiful lemon lime twist, it's got a concealed ribbon at the bottom, hopefully you can see. And all it does is it holds 6 beautiful coasters that I've made for my mum's birthday. So it's a very simple little box, but looks absolutely gorgeous using the Garden in Bloom stamp set and some colour on colour stamping. So let's get started on how to make it. So the first thing you're going to need is your scoreboard and 3 bits of cardstock. I've already scored some of these just to save a bit of time, so we'll just go through what we need. So the largest one you're going to need is the inner base, which is what the lid connects onto. And this is 10 1/4 by 10 1/4, and on all 4 sides you're going to score at 1 inch and 3 inch. So score there, rotate 1 inch, 3 inch, and all the way around. Okay. The next one is the lid. So this is in the colour that you want your main bright colour to be, the one we're going to stamp. And this one is 5 5/16 by 5 5/16, and we're going to score at 1/2 inch all the way around. So again, score at 1/2 inch, rotate, score at 1/2 inch, rotate. And the last piece is actually going to be the lid, the base, sorry. So this should be, she says, is 7 5/16 by 7 5/16. And we need to score on all sides at 1 1/2 inches. So very simple, all the way around, 1 1/2. Oh, that went off slightly. So I've just put a double line in, so if that does happen, let me show you, seeing as I have gone slightly wrong, is if you just turn it over and go back over it with the ball of your scoring tool, it does rub it out. It leaves a very slight mark, but it does rub it out. So as I turn that over, you can hardly see it. Okay? So don't worry if you do make a slight mistake. It isn't the end of the world, you can sort of hide it. With this we also need our scoring board and our trimmer, obviously. So with the trimmer, what we need to do is choose 2 opposite sides, and what we need to do with that is, let me choose those 2, is line up your 2 score lines, and we need to put a slit in for the ribbon at 8 1/2. So all I'm doing is finding 8 1/2, pushing down and going across till I get to 10. So hopefully you can see that slit right there. I'm going to turn it around 180 degrees, line it up again, 8 1/2 to 10. Okay. So now we will get on to doing a bit of stamping. So as I say, all I'm going to do is stamp the lid today. That's all we're going to do. And we're going to be using one of my favourites, the Garden in Bloom stamp set. So this is a double stamping process. So we're going to use the flower with a D block, the butterfly with a C block, and the little bumblebee with a B block. Okay. So we're going to go in with our Memento black ink first, and we're just going to stamp. I always start with the largest stamp and then fill in the gaps with the smaller ones afterwards. Clearly you can do it whatever way suits you. Okay, I think that's all for those. Then the butterfly, the next smallest, or next largest should I say. And I'm just going to fill in or put a couple of these on. Okay, and then onto the smallest, the little bumblebee, which I think is very cute. So again, just put these in, fill the little gaps where you want, put as few or as many as you want. Okay, so that's it for the black ink. So I'm just going to clean my stamps before I put them away. So using our stamping scrub, and some of our Stampin' Mist. Spray on the wet side. Quick scrub. They only need a quick one as we're only using the black. It's very quick to clean. The darker colours seem to take a little bit more. Okay. And then we're going to switch over and we're going to do the infilling stamps. So we need the little bumblebee, which I think is here. So a little bumblebee centre. As you've seen me use this stamp set a lot, I'm really pleased it was carried over from last season's catalogue, as I hadn't really found it until the very end, so it's really great it's still here. So we'll do the bumblebee first. So Daffodil Delight. And just line it up. Doesn't add too much colour as it is on Lemon Lime Twist, but it just adds enough that you can see that they are the yellow colour. Okay, so keep going, all of it in, okay, and then next is Lemon Lime Twist. We're doing colour on colour stamping, so I'm going to go in, ink up, and do the butterflies and all of the flowers. I think this is subtle enough that it's not too obvious, but it's just that nice hint of colour. Okay, and then the same with the flowers. Just keep going round, lining them up. Take the time just to get them right. Okay. Again, just clean your stamps. Just makes it easier when you're putting them away that you know you've cleaned them all as you go along. My old stamp scrub I used to use was awful. I used to think it was really good, and then I did try the Stampin' Up one and it cleans them so much better. Right, you might as well do some folding and burnishing. So take your lid and just fold and burnish all of these sides. Okay, so we'll do that first on all of them. Fold and burnish each one. Very simple. And then the last one. So this box, as I've said, is going to hold some coasters, which is my mum's birthday, and I've also made her a candle and a box, which I will probably do another video on. Let me know if you'd like to see that. It's using Angelina's technique of stamping on a candle, and then the beautiful little box to go with it. I can show you the box briefly. So again, I've used Lemon and Lime Twist and a little base, same as this, as it just sits together. But let me know if you'd like a video tutorial on that, and I will happily do so. Right. So we now need to do some snipping. So, as we normally would, choose one of the lines, snip up and wedge in. Okay, and go around again, snip up, wedge in, and the same on the opposite side. Okay, very simple box technique that we've all used. Carefully your fingers, these are sharp. I'm sure many of us have had accidents with them, but they are great. They do just tend to cut us as well. Okay, and then with the base, I'm going to use my larger scissors for the base. So it's exactly the same process. Cut up the lines and wedge in. I've been asked before, does the wedging in matter? wedging in does matter, it does make it a cleaner finish. The amount you wedge in is completely up to you. I know some people wedge in a lot more than I do, or some people do a lot less. It's just down to preference. You'll get used to it as you're going along, what works best for you. Okay, so just keep going all the way around, wedge all 4 sides in, and that will just create a nice, professional and neat finish. Okay, so there's those 2 bits, that's the easy bits. Okay, we now need to make the inner base. So to do this, this is going to be a reinforced bit, so we'll do it on one side and then we'll switch round. So all the way down one side. Remember, keep these nice and straight as they are going to be on show. Okay, so I'll show you this in a second, don't worry, I'm not explaining it, I'm going to show you. And I'm going to wedge that in just so slightly. So, hopefully you can see this. So all I've done is kept full length on one side, small tab, and then I've kept this here and wedged it off. So then all we're going to do is rotate 90 degrees. We're going to end up with 1 tab on each side. I just find that that works best so you don't end up with double layering. Okay. Again, it's up to you, everyone has their preference of the way they work. This is just what I find works best for me. This box, although it's made up of 3 components, it is very quick to do. And once you've made one, it's very easy to sort of scale up or scale down to fit whatever you wish to put in it. It makes any gift that sort of extra bit special. They are gorgeous boxes, and with the concealed ribbon at the base, I think just adds that little bit extra. So again, thank you Angelina for sharing your video on how to do that, as you can tell I've loved it. There's another box I'm also making, which again will be a concealed ribbon to go with my mum's presents for her 60th. So these are all little goodies for her to open on her birthday. It should be lovely. She'll have had them by now if I'm posting this, so I hope you liked it, Mum, if you're watching. I know she's been watching some of my videos. I think she's made my dad watch some as well, so I feel sorry for him as he's definitely not a crafter. Sorry, I'm just wedging off these corners I'd forgotten. It just makes it a little bit easier when you're putting everything together. Right, okay, we're now ready to put stuff together. So the first thing we'll do is we'll put together this base. So as you can see, this is going to fold up and it's going to be a reinforced base. So you need to put glue on the insides of these 4 and the outsides of these. I'm going to use fast fuse for this and a mixture of Tombow. So all you do is put your fuse all the way down and make sure you put plenty on, right to the edge. I find it easier to turn my paper than take my fuse on and off. I know I did this at our retreat recently and one of the ladies was surprised this was the method I used, but I just found it easier. This method's okay. When you take it off, I just sometimes get it stuck, so I prefer to turn my paper to save me taking the fuse on and off as many times. Okay, and then we need to do the inside of this. Oh sorry, the inside of this, needed the wrong side then. And this is just the reinforced section. Keep going all the way around. It's very simple to put together. Okay, so we're then going to put in each side, and as normal, just line the edges up. And then fold in these edge bits, which is just the reinforced section of the box. Very quick, very simple. Okay, we're now going to do the outer base, as you call it, which, as you can see, fits perfectly in there. So again, all we need to do is flip it over and put fuse on these. Now, do I want to use fuse or do I want to use Tombow? I think I'm going to use fuse for this bit, and then we'll stick it together using Tombow. Too many glue choices, that's the issue I've got. If there was just one, I'd be fine, but all these choices, I never know what's best to use. I know a lot of people use Tombow for boxes. It gives that little bit of wiggle room when you're still setting them in place. I like fuse because it's quick, that's all. So again, line up the corners to create your box. Keep going all the way around on all 4 sides. Okay, and hopefully, this is where we see, will fit inside. Just, it's always a bit tight, but once it's in there and out, once it's been in once, it's fine. Okay, so that will be the fit. So we need to put our ribbon through our slits, so we'll do that in a minute. We'll just put the lid together and then we can sort all of that out. So bear with me. Okay, so put the lid together again. We're going to use some fast fuse just on little teeny tabs. They're only small, so do be careful with them or you'll rip them off, which I did the other day after doing a lovely stamped project and then ripped the tab off right at the last minute. Frustrated is an understatement. So again, as I've already said, just line up your corners. Very small on this one, but again, very easy. Okay, so there's our lid, which hopefully is exactly the same size, which it is. Right, so now we need to sort out how we put through the ribbon. So in terms of your ribbon length, to work out what you need, don't throw it on the floor, we're using the lemon lime twist ribbon, which is the 1/2 inch. So imagine it's under your box and then enough to tie a bow. So I'm going to do somewhere there. And then what you need to do is feed it through the slit. So this bit can be a bit awkward. So hopefully you can see that if I pull it through. It's just gone through that slit and exactly the same on the other side. Okay, and just pull that through to roughly halfway. It will still move once it's in. Okay, and then we're going to do a bit of Tombow and glue this inside. So grab your Tombow, some on your base, and then a bit around each side, and then slot in your inner base. And then I'm going to get a block, if I can find one, just a D block. Throwing it away, and just go round and flatten in each of these edges just to make sure it's holding. And again at the bottom, we just want to make sure that this is sticking. As I say, Tombow takes that little bit longer to stick, but does hold beautifully. Okay, and hopefully, mirror of truth, our lid, if you just line it up, will fit. And there we go. So let's put our little... So I've made some coasters. I won't show you them all, but there's me and my sister as a little baby. And there they all are. So hopefully they fit in. There we go, all in with the lid, and hopefully a bow that doesn't look too bad. I don't think that's too bad. And there you go, beautiful little gift box to hold some lovely handmade coasters. Thank you very much for watching, guys. As usual, all the details to my blog will be linked below. as well as one of the offers that's currently happening, that if you join between the 1st and the 31st of July, you'll pay £99 and you will get £195 worth of products, including a new starter kit, which is one of these lovely pads here, 2 D blocks, some snips, and a snail and a bone folder. So you'll get those, and you'll be able to also choose £130 worth of your own products, own choices, stamps, card, ink, whatever you want. Please, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll be back soon. Thank you.